there's a lot of weight put on it. Like, this is the paradox of the 10-second turn the problem, where it was
Yeah.
like, I mean, you can see that when I'm, with my character, it's like, all right, I do this, I'm done. And like, sometimes, and there's that pause that where people are like, is he really done? Yeah, I'm really done.
Yep.
But, and like I said, the frustration is I can't make people go any faster.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ironclaw dead turns where I move into position and guard, done. And but people don't want to do that. They want to make the turns more complicated than actually. It's like, do some. My advice is do it quickly and get it over with.
Exactly.
It's I know people don't. It's just people don't want to die or waste their turns or eggshells or just want to fuss over it. So I mean, I'm sympathetic to that. But is it our turn?
It is your turn. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
It will be once we're all back. We good again?
Well, Dan appears to be all right.
He's alive.
So I am going to move outside, which I can do.
I mean, I was going to make a joke about looking like shit, but you're the one that performed the first aid, so clearly, to the best of your ability, I look fine.
Wait, she got a hole over here in the tent, didn't she?
She did, yes.
Who is that? Oh, that's
a comical deer-shaped hole.
Crap. We have to do something about this goddamn necromancer. No, I'm going to stick to my original plan, which is I'm going to move to here and recharge rapid aim. I'm done.
Okay.
I will no longer be guarding. I will actually guard again, and I'll run.
Ooh, okay.
Another Dan-sized hole in that tent. And reeling. Nobody else wants to do anything?
Connor, you want to run up? I got M&Ms.
Oh,
Pretty bad.
haven't gone yet.
We're still waiting on the doctor and on you.
Okay. Well, I'll just make mine easy by dashing up. And attacking that guy there.
Gotcha. Take your bonus D8, and you can... Oh, she's reeling. We'll say... Okay, so you know what? Before you do that, Bian will recover from reeling, and she will guard, but at least she provides you tactics dice if you'd like them.
Thank you.
Okay. And he's going to try to parry with his punchy fists. Which means D8, D6. Actually, can't counter because he's confused, right? So never mind. Yeah, parrying with a D8 and D6. These guys are kind of scarier because they have Vengeful Fighter, which is always on because they're always hurt. So their counterattacks get D12s automatically, except that because they are confused, they can't counter.
Which is why we brought a priest that consecrates ground to nullify that ability.
Yeah, isn't it great?
All right, a 5 doesn't do much to help him here. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes plus 2 damage is 7 plus 1 because he's hurt is 8. And he has
critical hits.
And that didn't even count the criticals. That's 1.
I think that's this for 2 damage.
That's 2. So it's 10. So basically there's no chance that he could survive this. So I'm just going to say that you reduce him to a mindless, lifeless husk again. Bleh. Bleh. Well done, Connor.
Alright, that's my turn done.
Yep. And now I have to consider if I'm going to use my laser beam on the sorcerer that we want to try to keep alive.
Mhm.
Will I murder her at this range is my question. That's the only difficult thing. I am recovering from reeling, so at least I get to. Everyone else seems to have things handled. These guys aren't a problem. Dan is hurt. I can't rally him from this range very well, I don't think.
If it helps your decision-making process, I ran to where I ran with the intent to try and wrestle her or, grab her or...
Right. So you know what? I will actually go ahead and make a incredibly long-range attempt to rally Dan and say, Dan, I'm sure you have this.
Well, you just measured it. What's the range you're at?
That is going to be a medium one.
24 meters,
Okay.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
24, 28. Is that 2d12? I think short is a d12. I think that's 2d12.
Yeah, sounds
Or
right.
is it? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get.
Doesn't start at a D8?
Ooh. I think it's within...
Yeah, doesn't it go D8, D12?
Short is a... Yeah. Yeah, right? Because it's near is nothing. Short is d8. Medium is d12. So I rolled an extra d12 there. I apologize.
All right.
I can do it again if you'd like. Let's do it again.
I'll just take the first one. You already rolled a 12.
Fine.
So yeah, you recover from reeling, and I would say hurt unless you have something else that really needs to be removed. I think you have confusion there.
You only got one success.
I got
two, sorry. I don't know why I was thinking... Yeah, no, hurt sounds good.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. You're not hurt for now, which is good. We've stopped the immediate bleeding, and my turn's done.
Okay. And I guess that was everybody, right?
Bien? Did Bien do something?
Yeah, she just guarded and...
Oh, right, yeah,
gave
you did it real
tactics.
quick before Connor. Got it. Yep, that's everybody.
Yeah.
Unless Potter's doing something, or Leo.
Potter will. I don't see anybody he can rally.
Not everybody wants that curse.
Yeah, not everybody wants to die. So good.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reviewing my options here. I don't want this necromancer to just die without doing anything interesting. We still have one shot, but this is basically...
Well, I'd like to take them alive because I want to know what they know, but it's going to be difficult.
Well, the secret's to real power, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
It is a false path of shortcuts.
Shortcuts to true power.
True power is at the inn with a drink.
Yeah, well,
interesting.
Not after the
philosophy.
True Power Inn got burned down.
We can build it better. We have the technology.
Yeah, with hookers and blackjack.
Just how Salamir likes it.
Okay. Sick, injured, but well, this guy's gonna scoot. Get out of here. Next. I think she is going to turn to Dan, and she's going to ready a necromantic.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out.
I'm sorry. It might be.
So while he's over there messing with his
Closing
window,
out the outside world.
yeah, she turns to Dan and reveals to her secret plan.
Dan, I was your sister all along.
How does that work?
I don't know. Adoption.
Your half sister.
Dear.
Dear.
You are my dear sister.
This is the time where we get on about Ironclaw genetics today.
Oh no. We're not having that conversation.
I know,
not here.
I see you pegging it. We're not going there today.
Not today. No.
She
All
turns to me and raises a necromantic.
Yes, an unholy weapon. And she's going to fire a spell at you. Spell is horror. Horror.
Horror.
that she will be rolling her mind and deceit and 2d6 versus your mind, will, injury, and supernatural. And if she gets more successes than you are a Dan.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so for her
Who are you
mind
casting it
on Dan.
Oh,
So
all right, for Dan.
mind and deceit is going to be 2d10 and 2d6 for her. So here we go. Come on, baby. Hup, hip. All right. I like those successes. 4 successes. Dan, do you have inquiry or supernatural dice?
That's what I was just checking. No.
Then
Pass.
your odds don't look good.
Yeah. Hold on.
Well,
I
the good
mean,
news is
all
it
this
can't
does
kill
is
you.
make me afraid, so I mean, I just don't pass.
All right. Well, no, you have to roll because it's an unholy spell.
Oh, right.
We're looking for 6s.
How many 6s do you have already? Just one? Okay.
One already, so if you can roll 2 more, I guess.
No.
All right, we're done.
36 chance.
You're afraid.
Okay.
Back to this.
All right.
Oh, and you failed a spell, which means you're also reeling, and I forget if you're sick or not.
I'm already sick.
Then you fall down.
Oh, okay.
Poor Dan right now. Oh, the statuses, they're just stacking up.
Meanwhile, the necromancer is going Ooga Poo Hex on you, and you're, oh my god, it's so scary.
Yeah, she's making you see horrible things. She looks like Venom or something. I don't know.
All right, I gotta wait for us.
She looks like a bad Marvel movie. Yeah, I said it.
Yep.
Anyway, I still have a
Skeleton
couple
time.
more moves. I still have my zombies, and my zombies are going to try to intercept Connor over here.
A blind, unaimed attack. Good.
Actually, I think we're just gonna move them close for defense, and they're gonna. And that's it for me. Now you may go.
Ooh, okay.
All right,
Dang.
I'm gonna save Dan. Great,
16
that's
meters.
as far as I get.
Okay, I thought you were rallying.
No, that's as far as I get. I forget. Connor, do you actually have tactics?
I do.
Well, if you actually have tactics, then I will stay here and be your tactics buddy.
Tactics,
Thank you.
buddy.
Dan! Stupid zombies! I move here and guard.
I'm within a meter, so aim and attack that one there. Oops. The one just north of me.
Gotcha. Are you within a meter?
Yes.
Okay, if you say so.
So it's
Looks
1
like 2
point.
meters to
Yeah.
me.
No, so I'm out of a meter?
I think you're out of a meter.
Okay.
A lot closer to 2.
You need to stride and attack.
All right, then stride and attack.
Okay.
You do get tactics from me.
All right, take your tactics. My zombie cannot counter. He can parry, and he will. With a D8 and a D6, because that's better than the alternative. Hip. Oh. Luckily, you rolled a lot of 1-2s, so it looks like you got 2 successes. Except you have favor, so that becomes 3 successes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 3 damage plus 1 for critical plus 2, so that's 5 total.
6 because they're
Plus-
injured. Hurt.
Okay.
Okay. Soak of a D8. Becomes 5. That's still enough to dead him. Oh wait, I didn't roll his guard. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm messing this up. D12 guard. I guess. Well, he was a soldier in life anyway. So that drops to I think he's still dead. I think that still comes out as 4 damage. Dying will kill him. So blah. Well done. Well done. You are slaying the undead.
You know what? I'm gonna make a long range shot. I'm gonna try to hit the last zombie on the field.
From downtown.
Yeah, from
Okay.
downtown. I am aiming and then going for it. He is at a medium distance here. He doesn't get range dice because I have my wand.
Nice.
But he still has the concealment, I believe.
Right.
And I'm just looking for my fulgration roll. And I am adding 2d8 because he is confused. Well, I'm adding 1d8, my bad.
1d8, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I'm
and-
aiming. That's what the second d8 was. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And
So-
does he resist or is it a defense? Is he dodging?
It is a defense. He is dodging and he needs to get 8s. This
Oh, good.
may very well absolutely destroy him if he doesn't roll higher than an 8.
I think the concealment is really his best bet here.
That's
Or-
I
his only
believe it's
bet.
D12.
I mean,
It's
if he
really his
rolls
only
an
bet.
8 and uses Anushka as cover.
Here's the d12 for that. Hit!
Bring it. Use me as cover.
Oh, nope.
All right.
I guess I could also roll his.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
wait, you're
might
a
lower the
drag
damage a little bit.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not even a
So,
little.
he treated as slaying, is that correct?
I think so, because holy.
Yep.
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12 damage weak.
Yeah, he just explodes.
He just explodes. He detonates in silvery white light.
Would you like
Ba-doom.
to can
Which-
you sweep?
Within short.
Yeah, not even within short of
short
you
of
and
you.
sort of the target.
Yeah, we're outside that range, unfortunately.
All right, we're done. So
However,
suddenly
the
lightning-
necromancer may very well become afraed as something just got completely
no, they're
obliterated.
immune to that.
The necromancer is?
The necromancer's immune to that too?
I don't know about the necromancer.
That's the one we're worried about.
Depends on what level they are. You're normally necromancers are total assholes when they're minions or killed.
Yeah, I don't think she cares about the minion, but she probably cares about divine lightning that just detonated.
Afraid.
So yeah, we'll give her afraid.
I mean, this light. Where the hell are you on the map?
All the way on the across the
So
field.
we're all the
I'm
way back here, and
for
suddenly,
vision in the
boom,
darkness.
Yep.
Surprise! It's daylight.
I'm covered in bone dust. I hope you're happy.
I mean, at the very least, though, I was gonna say termites, the whatevers that were
Ticks.
coming, the ticks coming out of there probably got killed in the blast, so don't have to worry
Hopefully.
about that. Well,
It was
I
like
mean,
fireworks.
Yeah.
I think that leaves Bian now, who could probably.
Bian's
waltz
gonna
up
try to kill
and-
her.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so yeah. Here we go. Bian is no longer guarding. She's going to use her... Well, she can't aim because she's moving. She's moving up, and she's just going to take a hearty swing. I forget what the name of her weapon is, but I think it's a +2 damage weapon. It is a Falchion.
Right.
2d10.
So now the necromancer could either parry if they have their staff with a D12, or as a coward, dodge with a D12.
And dodge doesn't add to the parry at all. Coward doesn't add
We
to the parry.
clarified
Only
that
to
last
dodge.
time.
Gotcha.
But she could be a pacifist. My evil counterpart.
It's gonna be 2d10 versus a d10 and a d12 for her. For her parry with the rod.
Oh, D10. She's big, actually.
She big.
She's just been rallying for the most
also
part.
encounter
not
the
a normie.
pacifism would have gone away when she hoarded me.
Yeah. So she's not a pacifist, I can tell you that much, and she's not currently afraid because she's been attacking. So, all right. So, there's a loud ringing as the Falchion collides with the metal of this deer's rod. I don't know what kind of rod necromancers use. I could
Brass.
find out though. Brass, yes, thank you. Cool. Okay, so yeah. It's funny because she's a tiny little deer who does not look like she should be able to support herself under her own weight, basically, but she does deflect this blow from this bear who is rampaging. And yeah, that was Bian. I keep saying Bian, and that is that it for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's Rise of Bad Guys. She and her zombie get to run now. And as a coward, she runs even faster.
Right? So what does that improve her run by?
12.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I think she's gonna make a break for it.
Or there's more text to it, but I'm assuming she's as slow as I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 15 and 12 is 27, which is a nice one. So I will do a guard and a run for 27. God damn, I hate this glitch. Sorry guys.
Yeah, it is 12. There you go. I've confirmed it now.
It's not a glitch,
27.
it's a size thing.
Yeah. Okay, that puts her right up here. She says something like, "Oh dear, oh my."
I'll get you
How
next
meddlesome.
time, Gadget.
And then she's running for all she's worth. She does have guard up, but she's also real. Okay, and you can all see her sort of disappearing into the darkness. She's not outside of your reach just yet, though, and it's back to your move.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after her. She went to the east.
Yep.
All right. There we go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Mishka is faster.
Yeah,
She
but I
cannot
can't
escape.
attack unless somebody rallies and gives me focus, which I don't think any of us can do.
I could attempt from downtown.
From
But-
downtown.
So
mean,
could I.
You could. There's one undead minion left, and it's going for poor Dan.
It's
No,
running.
it's running. It's been terrified since the beginning,
Oh,
so
this
it
is
just
an
moves
ally,
very
okay.
slow. And yeah, Brienne overhears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
On your
it's
side.
it's the range. It's short, medium. It's long. It's a 2d12 penalty.
Yup. Versus my 3d10. So let me pull
Well,
up my
I'll roll
roll.
the 2d12 then.
Aha! Versus 4.
Ah, yes, my
Wow.
rolling pays off.
Oh,
That's some bullshit. I should have rolled that.
The echoing just really favors me in this particular spot around all the bones.
I mean, you let it
It's like
happen,
Red
Red.
Well, I'm gonna
Okay,
hit
rallied.
doing this, but I'm gonna tap rapid aim, and I'm going to shoot the necromancer.
Wow. Okay. Right. Take your shot.
Let's see. The gun goes off. You get to dodge this.
Yeah. It's just gonna be
Oh,
D10. Ooh. Yeah. Ugh. Well,
Wow,
okay.
well, I think I just killed you. That is a 6-point hit. Because you
6
can take
points.
slaying damage.
Yes, she can. Let's see what she's doing. Okay.
Can't
Oh,
let
she's
you
not
go.
actually
I can't
hurt
let you
yet.
hit
She's
other
not
people.
wearing any armor, but she does have resolve. So here it is. We're gonna do 2d8 just as her body. Oh, and she
That's
soaks one
instant-
of it. She's down.
That's instant death because it's a 6-point hit.
Bam. Brains on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
Deanne. Damn it, these things are a liability.
The only thing I can think of to do is to tap my luck and make you roll that other soak die 2 more times. Which is what I would like to do because I'm a lucky bastard. So I'd like you to
Wow.
re-roll that 3.
Okay. 2 more d8s. Here we go. I think 5 is what you're taking.
Yeah,
but 5 will bump it
They would
down.
only be dying. So I got a lucky shot.
Lucky for them. I guess lucky for you
lucky
too.
for them.
So-
I missed their, it just grazed their skull or whatever.
exactly.
It's like I can't let you go. I have to know. Well,
Yeah.
now the next trick is to make sure that you get
don't
one
die.
round of bleeding before anyone can do any first aid on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Anushka's the one who's going to actually be able to get there in time, I think.
Well, it's
They
gonna
get
be
one.
the one round bus. You have the ability to rally to remove dying, don't you?
You already
I
rallied me.
do.
No, I'm saying in their next turn because none of us
Yeah.
are gonna make it there to do anything.
Right, but I mean, the problem is there will definitely if there's one more round, the
Yes.
necromancer.
Is this the necromancer that has worked on their body at all?
Yeah,
Mm,
they might roll a 1 on their body and just die.
Or
before
have
anyone
they
can
been
do first
described
aid.
as a frail, tiny thing this whole time?
they have been described as a frail and tiny.
So 25% chance they
Here we
bleed
go.
out.
Yeah,
Here we
so
go.
you can, roll your body die once.
Who? Oh, it was close, but no.
Okay, hasn't shown up yet.
Still alive. Still alive. Because
All
I
right.
rolled it
Well, then
secretly because
I'll move forward and do first aid because that's something I can.
okay, let's do a first
It
aid
actually
roll.
never showed up here. I guess you rolled it in secret. All right.
That's what I mean. Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's roll your
6
body,
high?
speed, species, and a bonus D12.
All right. Body. Speed. Species.
Still got first aid.
And a bonus D12, right? Okay, so it's going to be a D4, 2D10, and a D12. 8 high.
Wow.
Which means,
I think that's enough to recover without being sick.
yeah. Nope, still sick, but not
Okay.
confused. Replace dying with
I'm
hurt,
tying
injured,
you up.
afraid, and sick.
All the better to question her with.
All right. As she comes back to herself with your first aid, she looks around. She seems quite sad and disappointed. Not so much that because you are tying her up, but mostly because it seems that your shot that nearly blew her head off destroyed the bramble crown that she was wearing. And you can see the remains of it on the ground, and she seems very, very upset about that.
Sick weirdo,
and now
are
she's
you?
frustrated. She's
Look at me.
weirdo.
I'm queen of the graveyard.
Pretty much, more or less. She
We
says,
already have a queen of the graveyard. She's ruining everything back in Triskellion.
curses, curse you. Indeed.
Wait, does that count? Doctor,
I mean, it doesn't.
He says curse me like that. Does that count?
No,
No,
unfortunately.
that's just idleness.
Because of those readying rules. God darn it. So no, these are not potent curses. These are just normal curses.
Yeah.
This is why you should have worn the robes and gotten secrets.
Well, we've
Oh,
got you.
I forgot she was wearing the robes. I just
3
forgot
hours
that she had
later.
readying. God damn it. I'll
All
this
right,
game out
let's
one of these
rewind.
days.
Start this all over again.
Exactly.
Everybody
Hold
back to positions.
Most
Son
of
a
what you, first
bitch.
of all, you're not supposed to tell us that. As supposed to let that go. That's called. That's how Mike
No.
Mercer gets away with it.
That's how he gets it.
And secondly, most of what she was doing was rallying her undead minions, which is
It's
not
true, which she doesn't get bonuses for that.
Yeah.
I wanted her to cast more spells. That's why I'm kicking myself personally. She only got to scare one of you, and she could have done some real nasty, malicious
She
shit.
got ambushed. That's not her fault.
At the end of the day,
Exactly,
scaring me accomplished nothing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, the reality is that this is the last necromancer
Right.
in the world, so who knows?
So,
have other opportunities.
Long-
Long range
scared
laser
Peter
beam
Connor.
probably gets rid of the last undead coming around. We drag her back here, and we'll start investigating the tent and querying her, I guess.
Yeah. Now tell us, where
Okay.
did you get these ticks from, and how are you infecting everyone with them?
She says they're mine. They're my ticks. Don't touch them. No.
Where do you get them from? Do you have like a tick farm? Are you covered
That-
in ticks?
That will require some investigation. She does not seem to have any ticks on.
Do you have Lyme disease? You have to tell me if you do. That's dear law.
That's dear law.
I like that there's a specific species law. Anyway, I would like to attempt an investigation on that part. I have both searching and academics for medicine.
Okay, I'll give it
And
to you.
I will
Searching
ask
academics.
questions and roll miserably.
I have an
Mm.
immense amount of dice on that. I may suggest just writing that out unless you think I really ought to roll.
No, you can rote. How many successes would you have?
3.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so for 3 successes, this is what you
found
find.
my specialty.
Yeah. All right.
Looking for ticks on a deranged deer.
Yeah, so the deer is tickless. She's just sort of pouting in the corner while you are poring over her journals inside the tent. Which smells horrific, and there's whole bodies and there's also body parts that are strewn around, and you can see that there are several sacks that move with sort of they writhe, and you realize that they are containing probably hundreds, if not thousands, of these live ticks. When you pour over her tiny vials of strange, foul-looking liquid, and you go through her notes, you can uncover the following pieces of information. One, that apparently she's experimenting with a new form of necromancy that involves using these ticks. These ticks seem to be able to animate the dead and keep them ambulatory without the use of magic, although currently they only last for 10 minutes at a time before the lifeless body returns to its lifelessness and the ticks themselves die from whatever corruption they are infusing these the zombies with, right? But she's in the process of trying to extend this. From her musings in her book, you can see that her ultimate goal here is to develop this technology to a point where she can raise an army that will last longer than minutes. And
right. This is incredibly dangerous. An entire horde of ticks which happen to live through their infection and then spread it is a literal plague, the likes of which I don't think this entire island would be able to handle.
It's bad. Now, you do know that these ticks don't seem to have the ability to turn living people into the undead. That would be very hellish. They do need dead bodies, so you would need like a battlefield, although there are a lot of those around these days.
I've got a question. Something here doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So when I came here earlier, I saw the big, giant undead horses standing around.
You saw several, yes.
I left.
Yep.
And came back more than 10 minutes later.
That's true.
There were still undead guys standing around. You just said this only lasts for 10 minutes.
I did. They're different undead horses. She's got a lot of these ticks.
But when we killed them, ticks fell out of them.
Yes.
And it's not impossible that she animated the horses herself, and then the ticks got on them.
Okay.
Right. The one of the 10 she literally did on the fly with basic magic, so there's nothing special about that guy.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess if she's gonna have like constant bodyguards, yeah, she'd probably do that on like a handful, and then like the ticks whenever she's ready. Because they only last 10 minutes.
Hateful little creatures that are a manifestation of vile worldliness.
I don't think it's beyond me to say that I'm probably burning all the ticks and making sure that they are exterminated.
Well, do they explode when you burn them?
Oh, they make a popping noise.
Well, all the ticks you can find, anyways.
Look, I'm not here to fumigate the wildlife.
That's what I'm saying. We've killed a lot of zombies and everything that have exploded with ticks so far. Ticks could have gotten
now,
anywhere.
Just normal ticks at the very least. If there were the magical ones, we'd have a big problem. But if they're just normal ones, at least getting rid of a plague is okay.
Do we know that they're the normal ones that have spread?
Well, if they're not the normal ones, then they're going to die in 10 minutes and we're going to be surrounded by zombies. This would be the dramatic moment for that to happen.
Yeah, I would say they would. No, they would animate the zombies, and then 10 minutes later they would die. If they're just crawling around, not crawling on zombies, or I'm sorry, not crawling on corpses.
The ticks also die.
No, I'm saying, not if they haven't done anything. They don't just die in 10 minutes. Otherwise, they would be like whatever those tsetse flies or whatever.
Yeah, no, the ticks will live until they're used in
until they deliver their dark magic.
Yeah, so they could be just crawling around everywhere, and just not crawling on a corpse, and they're fine. But the moment they find a corpse, zombie, 10 minutes later, corpse again, no tick.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Still,
like a bee sting.
This is terrible, horrifying research that probably needs to be locked away in a church library so that just in case someone does figure it out, we know what to do about it.
No, those are my notes. Give them back.
Well, I'm afraid that these are going to end up being property of some stuffy old librarian very soon. To never be seen by anyone ever again, if fortune favors the world.
Ugh, you horrible little creature. I'll melt your eyes out of your skull.
horrible little
down.
creature. Look who's talking. How many have you killed already? And in pursuit of what?
Please, I give more life. I'm more of a healer than you are. These poor souls cry out for revenge.
Yeah, that's him putting the bag
give it
over
to
his
them.
head.
Thank you, Anushka. I have to learn to just not engage in these kind of conversations sometimes.
Really, they're
Can't-
bad actors. Really, it's war that feeds necromancy and is a blight. It's the social problem that we need to treat at the cause. So, and we wouldn't
true.
have these kinds of war if we didn't have property dominated by monarchies. No offense, Connor.
It does still hurt my heart we weren't able to prevent it in the first place, though I suppose our role was always small.
Well, we need to decide. I guess we need to go back and report. Who are we supposed to report this to?
Oh,
Well,
nobody.
That's a
Technically.
really good question. Yeah, you guys have successfully discovered the source of the necromantic attacks, at least the ones that you witnessed, and
I mean, I feel like I want Dan to stumble up into your big old speech, like, "Hey, not to interrupt you guys. Is there a doctor in Harmony? We're close by, right?" I really feel like I could use some bed rest.
Hey, would you like to roll will for me? And by the way, are you pious?
No, I'm not.
Oh, would you like to roll will for me?
Mhm.
If you succeed this will, by the way, you will be cured of both injured and sick. Would you like to re-roll that in some capacity or roll a
I'll
personality
throw in my
die?
personality. I am bold.
Mm.
Well, I tried.
You did beat the 1 and the 2, though. That is a success. Because this is an
Okay.
oppositional roll. Congratulations, you aren't hurt, and you're not sick. Like a
Cool,
miracle.
nice.
The doctor still has to be injured.
I'm going to turn this around into that I Am the Greatest country music song, where the kid throws the ball up and he keeps failing to hit it, and he goes, "I didn't even know I could pitch like that. Man, I'm good. I didn't know. I knew I was good, but I am good."
And I have to say, I'm more impressed with you every day. You came out of this without a single scratch on you. How do you do it?
I know, man. I got nailed to the ground, and now look at me.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, though. I think we should probably head to Harmony, though.
Optimism. Yeah. Okay.
I do agree. At the very
Well, so-
least, we can dispel responsibility upon someone else.
Well, it's the
Yeah.
closest by town as well.
Oh well, the closest town is Onet.
I'm sorry. The closest town that means anything.
Yes,
Mhm.
the closest town that's actually got.
I mean, the closest town
Services
that's
you
not
need.
known for people that make candles.
There you go. Right.
Oh,
Okay, then.
You know what, actually?
You want-
Hanet is an encampment. It's not even a town.
Oh, am I getting these confused? I thought that was Elegy, but you're right. I think it is Honet. Honet is
No, Eloge
the-
is the biggest forge in the area.
right.
I do have an additional question in case it is a detail that matters. She does have her journal here that has described her journey. Does
Yes.
it describe perhaps where she found or learned about her dark magic in the first place?
She references a marsh, where she first discovered these things, but it does not contain any like location data that you could use to track the thing down. That seems to be a well-guarded secret.
Well, we do know where she has been very recently, at least. And if she's ever mentioned
True.
any other location afterwards, then we at least have a proximate of X number of days around this area.
That's a fair point.
That would
You
be
do
a
know where she's
geography
been
roll, and that's something that Anushka is better at figuring out.
It will require many successes, but yes, if that's something you'd like to do, you could search the area for potential. Let's see.
Yeah, 10 days later, she says, "Oh, I had a pleasant stay in this village." Like, well, that village is over here, so it must be within X number of days of there. And if there's a swamp there, then that narrows it down.
I think a couple things I will say. First, that it's not really a journal so much as it's like it's
An
not a
academic
journal.
treatise.
Yeah, it's not a travel journal, right? So there's information in there, and there might be things here and there where she mentions like, oh,
Right.
these two farmers were easily turned, or it seemed like the ticks latched onto them and lasted longer with these species that I met in a town of ostriches, whatever it is, right? But but it's going to be very difficult. So for what Anushka would be doing, I mean, I think the best that Anushka could do is narrow down areas to be searched that could potentially be the swamps that she references, right? And that might give you a place to start looking. And
Yeah.
even that would be difficult because there is a large area to cover. But yeah,
Oh.
if you want to roll for it.
Janishka, would you like to give it a go?
Sure. I'm thinking we should probably get professionals to do this, but
Well, we can try again when we get to a library or get a professional. This is just our ad hoc attempt.
I know no fear and serve with joy. So what skills do you want me to roll for this?
So this is for you to just do like an aerial, and this would take probably like a few hours to do to a day to do.
Well, would this even be an aerial survey? This is just like a figure it out on the map thing, I thought.
Oh, okay. Just like a process of elimination?
Yeah.
If you have a map that is very... like, if we use our map of Calabria as an example, right?
Well,
there's a lot of detail here that isn't there.
Can you phrase the request to me, like Dr. Can you give me a phrase the request? Tell me what you want me to do.
I want you to take a look at these notes. We have several locations that may have been mentioned in her travels, and we know that she recovered her dark information from a swamp somewhere. So we're looking for a swamp within this many days of these locations.
Okay, that sounds like I should be going through these notes here, which I can read. I'm a genius. And looking for them for clues, which is inquiry. And I have Dead Reckoning, which is the ability to recognize landmarks.
Right.
So that might help. And I don't know if geography probably doesn't help with it's a random. All right. We will spend some time going through her notes. I have 2 successes.
I will rote for a D8 assistance for you.
You'll need it because I'm looking for 3 successes. So take that D8.
I will tap my personality. This is something this is exciting and we'll actually be able to do some good in the world. But not today.
No.
We'll have to research later.
Yeah, there are several locations that could contain this swamp or that could contain these things, but you can't narrow it down to just one based on the information in the book.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, you still have her. You already Anushka failed her first attempt to question the deer. You still do have her, although I will say that Bian wants her dead. Bian is ready to kill her.
I think we can all agree this is the duty to turn her over to a holy authority.
I do agree. Well, we should question her first, or one last time before we finally get going again. Or I guess return to camp, because it is late. We've been doing this all day.
All night.
Actually, we did do a little bit of rest. We could probably make it Hawnet and then worry about it. But I will attempt to question her about this information. Maybe I can actually coax it out of her and her craziness.
Okay. All right. I like it. So let's do... what's your approach? Are you trying to threaten, or are you just trying to negotiate as like a...
I am telling her that her soul may yet have some salvation if she were but to reveal where she found this darkness in the first place. You could be redeemed, but for one moment before you are put to the sword.
Okay, I don't know if that's really going to fly with her. I think I want 4 successes to even begin to attempt this one. But yeah.
Well, I got 2 dice, so let's start there. I have Mystic, but with white magic. I'm not sure if that applies to anything here, though. And that might be all that really applies to trying to get it out of her.
If you can get your friends to help you, you might have a prayer of a chance, but it's still very remote.
What is she resisting
with that particular tactic? I was just setting a difficulty.
Right,
now,
but she's a person, though. Yeah, she's a person, though. So if she knows the information, she has to be resisting with something. Otherwise...
I mean, I guess she would be resisting with her mind or will, which are D10s, and deceit, which she has, which is also a D10.
Okay.
Yes, she has
So-
lots of deceit. She's a necromancer.
She's
Get
necromancer.
So
that
who would
skill.
like to assist me in trying to question her?
Do I get to sleep? Is sleeping something I get to do? I'm so
You can go to sleep,
tired.
Nadishka. It's fine.
I'll help.
All right. Connor will attempt to help. Let's see if you get it, and then I get a D8. And then I'm up against her 2D10 by the sounds of it.
Hold on a second.
Say, I understand that
Because-
you don't want her to spill all her information, but at the same time, we don't get to choose. No, that feels like a 5 success thing. I'm going to need you to roll against me.
That's fair.
She's a character.
I mean, I get it, but I could also say things like, well, you guys had her gagged and bound and destroyed all of her stuff. I mean, at least I could give her like a D8 situation bonus for the fact that like she knows that if she gives up her information, then she has nothing to barter with.
Yeah, no argument. But dice are swingy. Dice are swingy. Those D8s could roll you nothing.
That's
Well-
very true.
Yeah, I've already not rolled really great, so it's going to be tough for me to get anything here.
Okay. So we're going to do 2D10 and a D8, and let's see what happens.
And they
Okay.
get the 9. And I've already used my personality for the day. And I have no knack, or I don't think I even have a reroll on inquiry. Do I? Do I have a specialization? I don't have one anyway, but I'm curious. Yeah, I have nobility anyway. Wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I think she just babbles incoherently at us. Once again, like I said, we need experts for this.
All right, so Tahanet it is.
All right, off to Hanet. Bianne grumbles because she doesn't want to give this necromancer a chance to do anything necromantic-y again. She just wants to end her here and now. She's like, why did
try
you
not to
stop?
die.
Well, just think about it, Bian. There could be more of them out there for you to hunt and increase your legend.
Did it stop raining?
I'll say it stops raining at dawn.
So
You
maybe
guys
we
have a
should
few
strip
hours
her
of night.
naked and wash her in the rain just to make sure she's not covered in ticks.
I already went over her. She's
Did
not.
you?
You check.
Okay.
No ticks. Yeah.
We both already went over.
Sorry, did you call him the Pope?
I think you both, right? Okay, so you guys are going to make the remainder of the trek over to Hone.
The candle makers.
All right, and the monks there will greet you, and they will see the necromancer in her black robes. I assume tied up, right? Not in a position to be. That's a good question. How do you prevent a spellcaster from casting spells? Do you gag them? Do you just make
Hands
sure that
behind their
hands are
back
bound?
was the last time I heard. They can't.
Yeah, you tie them up. That's the reason why we made almost all spells require the use of hands, is because we wanted people to actually kidnap wizards.
That makes
Because,
sense. Yeah, if they're ready to a hand.
If you do the D&D thing of they can always cast spells, then people just kill them.
But then he casts it still and silently.
So, and you just put a bag over her head.
Okay, so yes, there's
I mean, we have a wagon, right?
Yep, we do.
yeah.
Yeah, just throw her in the back of the wagon.
Okay.
Certainly nothing bad could happen with all those weapons back there.
Oh yeah, Freya
We
little
shift
deer.
to one side.
Freya little deer just jumps up wearing a full set of armor and two double-handed swords.
No, I mean she uses the blades to cut her wrist ties and then readies a mass fucking injury and then blows you all up, which
Yeah, well then I guess not.
I mean,
Yeah,
that
no, we
would-
just shift the stuff to one side. We put her on the other. One person watches her, and that's it.
yeah. I mean Bian is gonna basically just stay
Lock.
behind the cart and just eyes locked on her the entire time.
Right. Even Brienne accepts that the rule of clerical law is what she should submit to.
Exactly.
Plus,
So-
they can ask the Providence, where did you get your necromancy trappings, all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, it'll be
And
better.
then we,
to have
and after we take her to Hanet, we also need her to sign a confession that it was the Doloro that funded all of her. So, being as, as an act of vile treason of the Doloro.
I like
But
that,
that's a
actually.
political thing that we can worry about later.
Exactly.
I take offense to that one and versus my homeland, but
You take offense to the battlefield, too, full of dead bodies of Avadupa soldiers who fought
Yes.
against those Doloro that invaded the... Wait, I'm not harming. I'm not harming anymore.
Yeah, you're
Dan
dead.
gets
You're,
really political, goes, wait a second, I don't care.
yeah, you didn't even care about these
Dan
guys.
murmurs in his sleep a little bit. Having taken a nap on top of the dead bodies.
Alright. So,
Okay.
instead of sleeping, the doctor goes and makes sure this is taken care of and gets the information. So he's handling that on the side for everyone else while everyone can do what they need to.
Gotcha. Yeah. The monks who work in Honet are aghast. They're terrified to hear that. Well, they've heard tell of unholy activities happening, but this is the first that any of them have seen a necromancer brought in firsthand and disarmed. And there seems to be some dispute among them as to how the situation should be handled. Obviously, she needs to be kept restrained and ultimately disposed of. But first,
Yes,
they have
I'm
to go
an
in the
expert.
back.
I can tell you what to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like to, they'll like go find old ancient tomes that detail like the proper procedure for dealing with witches and practitioners of dark magics, and it's a lot of unsavory stuff. But like, yeah, buy the book. This is why we have the book, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Reading is fundamental.
Yeah, although, their best efforts, it seems like she is either unaware or certainly she does not give up the location of her tick farm, wherever that is. She acts like she babbles incoherently, like Raph said. So
right. So in which case, I must ask if they have a library here that I might use, because I can go ahead and research this and perhaps identify further danger afield.
He goes, not much of one. We are but a modest outpost. This would be one of the friars, one of the monks. But he says, but you're welcome to it to take a look if you'd like. Honestly, there might be more texts at the Abbey in Harmony if you can't find it among our stores. But here I will lead you there.
Of course. Well, we're making our way there soon, so at least that'll be helpful if I find nothing here. So, I guess I'll make my attempt at academics inquiry now.
Please do.
All right, and this is mind, right?
Yes, it would be, yes.
All right, so inquiry isn't much. However, this is now research, because we're doing it in the library, and I'm smart. And I guess I should ask, should Mystic apply to this?
Refresh me on what Mystic is. Mystic lets you cast things like without people knowing it, right?
No,
or is it just a better understanding of a thing?
Mystic is I have understanding of white magic and things of its nature, and of dealing with people who deal with it.
Yeah, the gift of Mystic is different than the Mystic property.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Mystic gift first. Okay, well, I'll say that this is very far out of the white magic. If you had Mystic for necromancy, I think it would apply here.
Yeah, which I don't, so I'll go ahead and just roll as is with this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, their library is like kept in trunks in, a basic like a brewery cellar, and they haven't really looked through it in a while. But 4 successes is not anything to sneeze at. So let's see what we can give you. It is true that a lot of what they have here is out of date or is not super useful or pertains to this kind of thing, but you do find they do happen to have a very old record of basically unholy acts and dark arts that have been practiced in the Avoirdupois territories over time, over history. It has been many, many years, probably almost a century since the last time there was a true, I guess, like you would call it an unholy plague. A period where villagers were just being attacked. They were being dragged out of their slain by the undead, who seemed to spring up as naturally as you would find a plague of insects or something. And people did not know how to deal with it as well. Inquiries into this event and studies of the event many years later revealed that there were certain rituals that were being practiced across the lands that were basically tipping the balance of power from the holy path of Salumer and towards these dark unholy forces, and basically it created an environment for which these kinds of magics became more powerful and more accessible to people. It was an effort that was undertaken by multiple powerful necromancers at the same time, and it took a lot of work to write it and many years to realign the balance of power, let's say.
Well, I sure hope it's not tipping back again, but, well, these are incomplete. These didn't actually give locations, did they? It just gave me the legend, which now just only makes me more anxious and worried about it.
I will say, you know what? That's actually not fair. You did get 4-6. I will say that there are
Well, that's
several locations, right, for where these dark rituals took place, where they found these necromancers in their hovels, and of course, it only really details the Avoirdupois lands and maybe some of the what is currently Delorio territory, but you can tell that within like 5 days travel of where you are, there are 2 of these such sites. One of them is on the banks of the lake Aube,
Mhm.
And the other one is not too far from this pass, the Tobias Pass.
All
Right,
right.
which we have you guys are on this map, right? Just here we go. So
All right.
it's not too far from there.
That would be a whole extra expedition now, as each of those would take at least another week for us to get there and then get back on track. So I'm noting them down, and before I pass out in the cart later, I'm going to go ahead and inform Connor that, look, there's terrible evil here. We should do our duty and continue to fight it and risk our lives for absolutely no reward.
Lael totally doesn't understand this perspective. He says, like, wait, hold on a second. We did the thing. We already chased down the necromancer. Can't we do something else?
But we could get more.
It's just, it goes against conventional wisdom to go chasing after the dead.
It does.
But I should probably recover first. I still have a terrible gashing wound in my chest.
What is
It's
your,
true, sir. You should rest.
What's your motto?
Mottos are in the mind of the beholder, and we should find a way to turn a profit. I'm sure maybe I could get rewarded for our witch hunting activities somehow with the church, especially if I take all these academic papers and turn them in.
That's fair. The monk. So okay, so you're holding on to the journal.
Yeah, I'm holding on to that. That is very important.
I think the monks are probably sending word to Shallan Sasalger. They want like an actual leader to come down and help them in the interrogation of this necromancer. But they're willing to hold her until then. And they would want that book if you revealed that you had it, but you don't necessarily have to if you.
Right. My goal is probably to take this to Shallan Sasalger in the first place, turn it in personally, make sure it gets stored away forever, and that I spend like another year adding academic notes to it.
Wait, can I ask a couple quick questions about the encampment?
Yeah.
Are there any soldiers here?
I think currently there's probably like a token guard detail here.
Because you remember they have a watchtower here. That's literally one of their responsibilities. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember because that was so long ago now.
Depending on where the actual front lines are, this place could just be heavily militarized at the moment. There's like a whole fort outside town now.
Well,
yeah, so
considering Silverhorn got torn of all of its able-bodied men, I don't know what locations even have soldiers left. So.
Mm-hmm.
So here's right now the front line is kind of like this, right? When you guys there was a battle at Tobias Pass where the Avoirdupois were ambushed by the Delorio, but they pushed back, and now the Avoirdupois is pushing up. So currently you guys are in Avoirdupois secured territory, essentially.
So the trip up to Harmono at least ought to be safe.
Ought to be safe from.
I mean, considering it's also on the front lines itself and has already been attacked, who the hell knows what we're gonna find there?
It's a fair point.
Because it is
But at
literally
least
the border.
Elegy. Oh no, Honet. At least Honet is, at least from what you see, is fine. They have a token guard duty, but they have not been attacked since they burned down the signal tower many months ago now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
something.
it just means that the front line of warning is gone as well, still.
Well, she basically verified what I was worried about, which is that there's nothing that suggests that this random necromancer was in collaboration with De La Vega or his troops, because I would be worried that they might actually be in cahoots. Instead,
Right,
now I'm
that would be
worried
incredibly
that
worrisome.
now I'm worried that if De La Vega or the Jakoba line find out about these necromancy ticks, that they might use that to consolidate their evil power.
I mean, it seems less likely she was in line with De La Vega and more like Jakoba mom. Because, you know, she had the notes about a swamp, and we all know where she used to live.
But apparently also is
Sound.
not. So I think this would be this is this I mean we only got a few more minutes, so I would think this would be a good place to wrap it up.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I would ask, do you guys, and we don't have to answer this right now, right? Because we only have a few minutes, but where's your next destination? You still have Harmony to the north.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pushing for Harmony.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should go to Harmony, I would think. We're
You're
almost
closer now than you've ever been before. So
Well, it's
Yeah.
because every session there's a 2-inch mark on the map that causes us to stop for 17 days.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I would agree.
Okay.
We press on to Harmony.
so the other questions, you guys are leaving the necromancer with the monks. That's fine. They're equipped to handle that.
Yep.
What of Bian? She is interested in seeing that justice is done, but she probably will go off on her own to continue pursuing the other necromancy if there is, or maybe she'll stick around for the execution because she just wants to see it happen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I
If I
can't
say, like,
guarantee
I-
anything, but I have located new areas. Whenever I am fully healed and I have completed my research in Harmono, I will return here and I will share it with you in the interest of good faith.
All right, that is enough to keep her around. She says, okay, then perhaps I shall take this time to rest, to see that justice is served against this horrid creature, and await your return and your nation. So we'll leave her there.
All right.
And I will need you here to receive my armor when I travel without it. But I have sent word to my home.
It's true. That is
and
true.
They will be delivering it within a few days. So
Indeed. We can retcon this a little bit too. If you want, they could deliver it directly to Harmony, or you could
All right.
return to Honet. If you guys are still going to Harmony.
We knew where we were going, so he would have said our destination if it's within.
Word warning. We don't know what's going on in Harmony. You'd hate to send your armor on ahead and get there and some Doloro asshole is wearing your armor.
And then you have to take it from him, so you stab it and it's broken again. You got to send it back.
Aww.
So I guess let's start doing mottos and gifts.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's begin with Theta. Theta, tell us your motto and tell us. Actually, let's start with goals because it's kind of the same goal for everybody, right? I think you guys did complete the goal of discovering the source of the necromancy. So that I would say certainly is complete. Is there anything else that you guys finished today?
We got 2 messages we haven't delivered.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for that, I will say, it's not overly exciting, but I would offer the gift of insiders, the Honet monks.
So what I'm hearing is 5 experience.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Honet monks. Cool. And I think I only got 2 spare experience right now, so selling stuff off won't give me anything yet.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 3, so by the end of this, I'll have 5, which will be plus 5 from the gift, 10. So I'll be
Nice.
sitting on a purchase.
Yeah.
Because
Next
I
session, maybe.
lived up to my motto. I am the greatest.
You are the greatest. You almost died from a fist fight with an undead soldier, but you didn't, and then you killed him again.
Well,
So-
yeah, I punched an undead guy's head off, and then proved my miraculous powers of regenerative body. I mean, it's all that clean living that I do.
Yeah. Yep.
Overcame sickness and injury all in one go.
Yeah, right mind, right body. That's Dan right there in a nutshell.
It's all in one. I'm the total package, baby. Hide your daughters, hide your wives.
Speaking of, Connor, do you think you lived up to your motto this session?
Yes, one hand washes the other. He was altruistic. He's helping other people, but not without expecting something in return.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
leaving it unsaid
Exactly. I
as
like that.
part of the spirit of the whole thing.
Cool. Cool. And how about the doctor? Doctor got his hands messy this game as well.
Do no harm. I stopped a plague. I mean, even assuming there's no undead in there, I killed a whole bunch of ticks that could just spread who knows what.
That's true. Those ticks you don't want to let loose, especially on a battlefield of dead people. So I'd say
Yeah.
that counts.
Yeah.
And how about Anushka?
I was against this plan and thought it was stupid, but I know no fear and serve with joy, so I went with everybody anyway.
There you go. Okay.
So, I mean, it was just like, no, I gotta come with you guys, and I can't let anybody, can't let you down, never give you up.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like everybody got an experience for playing to their character mottos, an experience for joining us this session, and a gift. And next time we'll pick up from here, and we will see what's going on in the Abbey town of Harmony. Up to
Yes,
Yeah.
finally.
after weeks and weeks of travel and many misadventures, finally get back to deliver this Harmon's final message.
All right.
Cool. Okay, I think that's it for me. Do we want to do wrap up?
Yeah, I think this is a wrap up. Who's got stuff to say?
Well, I'm Norman Rafferty. I'm from sanguinegames.com, where we make Ironclaw and that kind of stuff. Look for us at Motor City FurCon, which is happening October 7th, which I think is tomorrow, right?
That seems right.
Yeah, but most of you will be watching this in the far future, so hopefully it was a good con.
Yep.
Maybe
I'm
next
Griffith.
time.
This is Theta. We have streams Sundays and Wednesdays. Come catch us for Pathfinder later today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Red.
Cool. And yes, I'm Red Rabbit, and you can book me for a game and start playing.game/GM/Red Rabbit, running games of Ironclaw, 5th edition D&D, and Vampire edition. And we also have, we have our podcast on alternating Fridays, although I don't know if it's coming up or not. So, but in general,
Should be
keep your eyes
next
open.
Friday instead of this Friday, I think.
Gotcha.
2 Fridays.
2 Fridays, right? Because Theta's missing.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right then.
All right then. Well, we'll catch you all next time. See ya.
Take care, y'all.
Take it easy.
So, Red, I am using 10 XP to buy increased career.
Cool. You're going up in the night world.
Close this stuff out.